If you're that person who at some point have watched others interact and enjoy great time with other people, I mean, you just enjoy watching them speak and air their views. They are free to interact and make friends. But when once it's time for you to air your view or say your mind on a matter, there's just this fear that grips you. You feel subdued, sometimes even cringe, and before you know it, you just shut out. You don't see anything. You're just most times locked indoors, and even when by chance you are outside in the public, you can't freely express yourself. You're not just comfortable being yourself around people. You find it hard making and meeting friends, really very uncomfortable interacting with strange people. You don't go for parties, proms, any occasion at all. You're mostly locked indoors, and even part adventure you are found in the midst of a gathering. You can't air your view because somehow in your mind there's just this voice in your head that keep whispering in your ear that you are not socially effective enough to fit into saying something at that point in time. Then this video is for you. Those characteristics pictures I just mentioned right there are typical of a timid and shy person. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anytime and anywhere you come across this video, I greet you. My name is Blessing and this is Niger Tribe. This video, I'm going to be sharing with you practical tips that helped me level up my self-confidence in 3 months. If you are a old subscriber, you're welcome back, and if you're just new seeing this channel for the first time, you are welcome. Please do well to like, subscribe, comment, drop your comments in the comment section so I can connect with you. In our previous video, we talked about what shyness is, how it feels like, what causes it, how it impacts you as a person. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my practical tips and steps I have used to level up my self-confidence in 3 months. Before I go right into those tips, I'd like to point out that almost if not everyone was born with shyness, but somehow some people were privileged to be nurtured by people who helped them to break free at very tender and young age, while others struggled with that shackle even in adulthood and were able to break free at adulthood, while a large chunk of people even in adulthood are still living with low self-confidence and shyness. And if you are among those adults who is still living with low self-esteem at this point in time, then this video is for you. So the first step to breaking out from self or low self-esteem was me rewiring my mind and my thoughts about people. Okay, so before now I used to think that whatsoever I did or I said should be accepted and appreciated by everybody. In fact, I felt like I should be liked by everyone. But over time I realized that no matter how good you are, how good you speak, how how good your character is, there must be someone somewhere to bash you or to correct you, to criticize you in a good or bad way, to say something beautiful, something nasty. There must be a thought. Okay, you're giving out that attitude or that behavior or that speech kind of elicits reaction. It is you giving out an output, so people are going to give you what they think of it, and most times it must not be what you think that they accept or believe it as. So you have to learn to know that people must talk no matter what you do, no matter how good or how bad, people must talk. So you have to be in your own originality, do what you have to do so long as it is good and it aligns with your personality. Rewire your mind in such a way to understand that people have their different thoughts okay? And that does not make them good or bad. That does not make you unfit in any way. It's okay for them to disagree with what you are saying or whatever you're doing, so long as it aligns with who you are and what you believe in. That's fine. Okay, so that was a very wrong mistake I made back then, thinking that everybody should accept what I say, whatever I do, my head do, you know, everything I do, like people shouldn't say anything bad about it. But there's no way, literally, there's practically no way you will do or say something that nobody's not going to say anything about it. So the first thing is to rewire your mind to accept criticism and people's thoughts, and talks about whatever you are saying. People are going to talk, and it's very okay for them to talk. It's very okay for them to badger you. It's very okay for them to comment and also criticize you, okay? But do not allow their criticism to be a bully, okay? So one of the things I did was to rewire my mind, to another consciousness that, okay, you must not see what everybody likes, you must not do what everybody is doing. You have to be unique in your own body. You just have to be you, authentic, that way. And that is how I broke free. The second one is for you not to give a damn, okay? Because people, were wired to give out their thoughts on what you are doing or what you are saying. You have to also learn not to care, because sometimes people just deliberately want to hurt you even when you are doing the right thing. So you have to learn not to care about what they think about what you're wearing, what you were saying, whether you are making a mistake, whether you are too fat or you are too slim, or you are too fair, you are too dark. You just have to learn not to care. Learn not to care. Care less about what people say or think of you, because if you care, you overthink it, and a lot of times you might just end up not doing it at all. You end up feeling less of yourself. So you have to learn not to give a damn. You have to learn not to care. Care less about what people say. Care less about what they feel, so long as you're not trampling on them. Okay, so long as you are being you, you are being your authentic you, being your original you are just, doing the things you think is right, or you think critically from your head, you are thinking, just say it. Don't mind their perception or their what they have to say to you. Another thing I did was to speak really beautiful things to myself on the mirror. Before now, I don't talk. Naturally, I am a very quiet person. So even if I'm with nobody, I'm right there saying nothing. I'm a very, extremely quiet person. So because I needed to break out from that, I started going to my mirror to speak really beautiful things to myself. I told myself I'm worthy to be listened to. I am beautiful. I'm worth listening to. I mean, who are you not to listen to me? I started giving myself some positive talks and thoughts, telling myself beautiful things. You are intelligent, I'm bold, I'm beautiful, I am the light to that stage. I am that vibe they are looking for. So talking to yourself helps you to break out from low self-esteem, and it boosts your confidence a whole lot. If you can't talk to yourself on the mirror, you can stand in front of your siblings and have a TED talk with them, just a little talk with them, do some mini presentations sometimes with them. Okay, you can just do like I'm talking right now, talk on your phone, even if you don't, or you may not feel good to post it at first, but do it. Just talk to yourself in the mirror, talk to somebody, talk to your siblings, talk to your phone. Okay, say beautiful things about yourself to yourself. So that is another way I boosted or helped myself to break out from the shackle of shyness. Another one was that I invested on my learning. Okay, I paid so much attention on things that I was learning. I started reading book. I started going for seminars, I started going for events, weddings, parties, and I also listen to podcasts, news. I just learn new things so that I don't get lost when things are being discussed. I can also chip in meaningful points when things are being discussed. A lot of times, if you are not informed or educated enough, you might just be lost. You might just lose out on ideas, to chip in when people are talking, and you just appear dumb and just there. So one way to actually boost your self-confidence is to invest in your knowledge. Read books, watch TV shows, you can listen to radio, you can watch podcasts, go for seminars, conferences, just watch people speak and air their view. Read from old books. That is where you're gonna and you learn things. Okay, so that was one thing that also helped me. I invested so much time, and interest in what I was learning, and that helped me a great lot, a whole lot, a whole lot. You can learn about football, you can learn about anything, fashion, anything, religion, marriage, anything at all. Just read and be broad in your knowledge so that you are not just right there when topics are being discussed. Okay, so I was quite inquisitive, and I learned a whole lot of new. I'm still learning up to now. I'm learning new things every day, and that is helping my confidence a whole lot. Number 5 was that I stopped comparing myself or what I had with people. I stopped comparing my fairness, my skin complexion, my speech, what they had, whether they had cars, whether they had the latest phones, whether they had the latest anything. I just stopped comparing myself with people, because comparison has a way of shrinking you. No matter how you see it, it has a way of shrinking you and putting you under pressure not to perform at your maximum. So I stopped comparing myself, and I started appreciating what I have and improving on what I already have, and stopped looking at what people had or how they were doing, how they were behaving. I focused on my authenticity and how to improve on it. The sixth thing I did, or I do still, is to pull myself away from people who look down on me and my ability. I try as much as possible to avoid people who see me less, who talk down on my ability and on myself as a whole. I try to stay around positive people, people who encourage me, people who criticize me the right way so that I can, get better. There are people that criticize you destructively. When they criticize you, just go back and you start thinking, you just won't feel good about yourself. But there are others that will criticize you in a good way, and you will know what to do and you will level up. So I started avoiding people that talked down on me, and that helped me a great lot. I made friends, with people ahead of me that corrects me, that guides me, that love me. I actually navigated towards the place where the love is, and I shied away from people who were seeing me less. So that helped me a good lot. I've made so many people that impacted greatly on my confidence, and I, thinking of them right now, I feel so happy that I had met them in this journey of my life. At this point, if you have not subscribed to this channel, why have you not subscribed? Please do to subscribe, like this video, drop your thoughts in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Honestly, I want to connect with you. Then do well to put on your notification bell so that you get notified when next we drop a video. Another thing that I did was to invest greatly on my looks. Okay, I started making hair that I liked, that looked beautiful on me. I changed my dress, I wore beautiful perfumes. I just dressed elegantly. I like I was so keen and interested on how I looked, because that boosts a lot of your confidence. So I invested so much on dressings, on shoes, on my hairdo. I was always neat. I am still, okay. Now I am telling you what I did before and what I am still doing, okay, that is helping me, because I'm still not where I want to be. But these are the things I did. I started doing 3 months ago that greatly impacted on my self-confidence. So you have to learn to invest on your look, learn to look elegant and beautiful. Don't wear those clothes that make you look, uncomfortable, shy. And even if it's for you to have, one dress in your wardrobe that each time you wear it, people, you know it gets heads turning. Get it. Don't just have all your wardrobe filled with clothes that you're not comfortable wearing. Okay, make that beautiful hairstyle. Paint your face if you can, if you want to, if you feel comfortable in it. Just be in your best comfortable outfit that makes you appear very beautiful and elevates your confidence. So that was what I did. I invested so much on how I appeared and looked, not for anyone else but for myself. So that also boosted my confidence a whole lot. Another thing I did was that I invested on my personal company. I started loving staying by myself. I enjoyed, my company, singing to myself, dancing to myself, you know. I just loved I wasn't particular about being happy around people. My company makes me or gives me all of the happiness I needed to be in. So I invested and I loved staying with myself. So that was also another um thing that helped me. So you have to learn to love yourself. You don't have to wait for people to love you. You have to learn to start loving yourself, because it is what you give yourself that people give to you. When you when you entertain some kind of feeling to yourself, others also see you that way and start associating such feelings with you. When they're seeing you are always happy, they start navigating happiness to you. When they're seeing that you're always shy, they start feeling that, oh, you are not confident about certain things, and so they don't even trust you. Okay, when they see that you love being you love being like you are just comfortable and you love loving yourself, they will also bring love back to you. So that was what I did. I started learning how to love myself without anybody else. Yes, so that also helped me to level up on my confidence. Another thing that I did, which was also very pivotal to my change, was me volunteering to speak at events. Okay, because I was not good at speaking, because I was scared of saying the wrong things each time I spoke. I had to join a reading group. I had to join a group in my church that permitted people to do presentations. Okay, you can consider teaching. Okay, you can also just find a space where you have to vocalize your ideas. That was what helped me. Practically, that was what helped me. Apart from speaking to myself on the mirror, apart from speaking to people, my immediate relatives and friends, I also found myself, I also pushed myself, because it wasn't even a comfortable decision at all. I had to push myself to give him speeches. Sometimes I talk, even if I had to make mistake, I accepted that I had to make mistake. And that is another one. You have to know that it is okay to make mistake. I forgot to add that to my first point, which is rewiring your thoughts. It is perfect to make mistakes. Mistakes is part of life, and you have to learn to live with it. There is nobody that is perfect. A lot of people stopped or are shy because They want to be perfect. They don't want to, they don't want any criticism. They don't want to make mistake at all. And that is very wrong. You have to know that it's okay. It's very fine to make mistake, and it's okay for people to laugh at you. It's okay to feel embarrassed. All right. So that is another thing. You have to learn to, participate in things. Push out yourself out of your comfort zone. As a shy person, it's not easy. It wasn't easy. It was never ever a comfortable fit for me, but I had to push out myself because I had suffered a lot when it comes to shyness. I missed out a lot on opportunities that would have changed my life. So that was something I was pushing myself out, so that I'm no longer held by that shackle or web of shyness. Okay, so you have to come out of your comfort zone, volunteer in debates, volunteer to, give a speech. Sometimes you can just, volunteer to teach on something that have to do with you speaking. All right, and don't just be right there. Also, sometimes contribute even when you are not asked to. Okay, I mean, when it is time, it's not like you are talking. I mean, when people are talking, it's okay for you to contribute. Just raise your hand and contribute. Okay, even though that urge to sit down and not say anything might be there, but because you know what you are fighting, if you keep doing it over and over and over and over, I promise you, in 3 months, if you can focus on your mentality as a person, if you can focus on you learning new things every day, if you can focus on you speaking positive things to yourself, if you can also focus on staying around positive people, just if you can focus on this, all these things I've outlined in this video, I promise you, in 3 months, you are going to be in another level that you never thought yourself to be. Those were some of the things. I have others, but I'm seeing that this video is kind of getting a bit longer. I might continue in subsequent videos, okay, on things that I do or did, I'm doing, that is helping me to level up on my self-confidence. If you found this video helpful, please do well to like, drop a comment. I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. And if you have not subscribed onto this on this channel up until this time, why? Please do well to subscribe and put on your notification bell so that you get notified each time we put out a new video. So that will be all on today's video. If you have a topic you want me to talk about, or something you want us to discuss as a community, please do well to let me know in the comment section. I'll be glad to read from you. I'll also be commenting. I like to connect with people that I am speaking. I don't want to be like talking. I want us to interact in the comment section. If you found this video helpful, please do well to drop your comments. But until I come again with another topic, do well to take care of yourself. In another video, I am going to be telling you of the things that can help you level up. Now, these are the things I did, that are items that helps you, that boosts your confidence naturally, and those are the things I'm going to be telling you in subsequent videos, if God permits. Okay, so until I come your way again, my name is still Blessing, and this is Niger Tribe. Do take care of yourself, and bye bye for now.